And we are live. Welcome everyone to another episode of RC Live. With me, it is Black Putin and Gabriel today with me today. And yes, I do have a webcam on because I'm trying to, get my face cam. Because a few people have said, "Hey, well, I want to see your face." So here I am, bitches. Hopefully everyone's doing good. We got a good set of topics today. We're covering Nintendo's greed as the first segment. Then we're covering a plane crash, the second segment. And then we're covering the tragedy of the two National Guards getting shot. And then we have a funny topic where Trump fell asleep. And it's basically like Sleepy Joe. And it's a joke of a president. So we're going to get into all of that. But first, we're getting right into the Nintendo thing. But before we get into the topics, I'm going to, check up with the panel. And we're going to start with Gabriel. Gabriel, how you been?
Pretty good. Still homeless, though I might be getting this apartment this coming week. So, fingers crossed I actually get it. And those topics we had mentioned earlier, 3 of those topics I actually picked myself. So
yeah, Pat Rock didn't give
hopefully
me
the viewers
those
like
3
it.
topics, and hopefully, no, I think they will. In fact, I'm definitely gonna go in on the National Guard one, and on Trump too, because Trump is.
Well, one thing's for certain, we might get gang stalked as a result of this. So I guess we'll find out.
Well, that's the thing. If we get gang stalked, then it is what it is. But make sure you guys hit the like on the stream, and make sure you guys, give your thoughts on the stream as we go along. We'll promote this on Twitter, and then we'll get. Oh yeah, also I'm gonna check in on Black Putin as well. Black Putin, how you been since yesterday's stream?
I'm doing good.
That is doing good. Is there anything interesting you want to share with chat that's happened or anything?
Not really.
Okay. Well, and me, I've been good. I've actually enjoyed yesterday's show. Did Green Star Radio with Pat Rock and Weisler, and then now, we're doing this show. Got some really great topics for tonight. Not all of it's going to be Nintendo for once, so that's going to be good. And yeah, we're going to get right into Nintendo got caught scamming Metroid fans. It was originally titled Nintendo's Greed, but then he changed the channel, but my channel's still going to be the same. But we're going to get into our first segment of Nintendo got caught scamming Metroid fans. Now I've watched this video, and honestly, Nintendo is fucking, they fucked these people over. They really did.
Is
bad.
I agree.
Cortana.
It's the greediest time of the year. Oh, I wanted to start this video off laughing like a maniac, but I don't think I got it in me. This one just depresses me too much. Oh, what the hell? I'll laugh anyway. Yo, pass that shit.
That's the thing. These people are greedy, and if people still follow Nintendo, then you're fucking really dumb and stupid. And honestly, the Metroid thing, they didn't even make Metroid good at all. So it's like, I don't know why people keep following these fucking frauds. You know what I mean, Black Putin?
Yeah, see, this is the thing.
Subscribe and like and share the stream. Thank you, JPM. I really appreciate it. Welcome into the chat. And I see there is a few people chatting already. What's up, Nibbler Jim? Which I think that's you.
Yeah, that's me.
All right.
Nintendo's done it again. Per usual, they have gotten their immature, massive man-child fan base to defend them for some of the greediest business decisions in gaming ever made.
You see, Nintendo didn't even need to try. These people just do it on their own. And it's like, why are you defending the shady multi-million-dollar company? Why? Sometimes Nintendo don't even ask these people. These are just randos that come out of the nowhere and like, oh, I like Nintendo. It's like, bro, these people. I bet you some of these people don't even play Nintendo products. Like, these people just come out of nowhere and fucking defend Nintendo like they have to. It's like, you're not even getting paid. You don't even work for Nintendo. You're not even a game journalist. You're just some random loser on Twitter.
Yeah,
Right
that's the they don't seem to understand that them sucking Nintendo off is not they're not gonna fuck you, bro. Like the CEO is not gonna fuck you. In
No,
fact,
it's not.
throw your ass out. He'll throw your ass out of the fucking office and call security. Like them dieharding for this kind of shit is just it's ridiculous because if you think about it, you know, the fanboys they're basically sucking off a million quadrillion dollar company that they're just like okay, so it's like
Yes.
they get all the money and they're basically a penny. They're a penny in a haystack.
They're a penny to a corporation's pocket, and the corporation don't even care about them.
Ugh.
They're basically
Yeah, they're
sellouts.
nothing.
Speaking of another devil, hey Torin, how's it going?
Pretty good. Is my
Wait.
volume okay?
Yeah, your volume's great. I can hear you just fine.
All right, just want to make sure because I wasn't seeing the little thing. Now I am.
Yeah, I think it's probably because you're on backstage.
Oh no, I meant when I first joined, I didn't see my little bubble that appears whenever I talk.
Now, as we speak, the current industry is this dystopian nightmare that people had predicted it would be about over like 15 to 20 years ago, when things like DLC and paid online were introduced and quote unquote expanded content. Many had theorized that in the future, developers would abuse the shit out of this and outright cut content that should be in their final product, repackage and resell it to you for extra profit. And people said, whoa, there's the silver lining.
That's the desert.
At least this way, games can get more content later
Look how
on.
sad it looks. There's no
When-
rock. There's not much rock.
When will you guys cover Sony? Actually, I think we may have a Sony-related topic this Sunday. I'm going to talk to Ryan about that, actually, and see. Because I think there is Sony news to cover for... And Ryan does do, like, a lot of Sony stuff. So I think we'll do it on the Sunday show on 5 p.m. Probably do it on the
Also,
Panic
this is
show.
the desert that everyone was shitting on. As you can see, there's not much to look at. It's just a big open space.
It doesn't even look at that. The ground doesn't even look real. It looks like a paper drawing. They didn't even make it look realistic. What is this shit? Look at this. Is that even mountains, or does that look like a painting right here? Like, what the fuck? They did terrible with this.
I mean, I think those are 3D models, but they're so far away. They're probably low poly.
My autism could do a better job. Literally.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. Nobody knows for sure if any of this is content that's been planned ahead of time or if it was just outright removed and resold to you. But I can tell you 9 out of 10 times it's the latter of the two. But Nintendo has taken
Definitely rather. I'd probably either resold or just outright trash. Like, it's definitely not in between. It's not like, oh, it's definitely not original. Because if it was original, it would at least be decent. Because Nintendo used to have decent artwork back then. Now it's like they don't even have decent shit anymore. Decent graphics or anything like that.
Yeah. It's probably because they're just running off of lower budgets now because they know they can get away with it.
Exactly.
this type of greed to a whole new level. Amiibos, you know what they are, right? A child.
Gaza's population is on the brink of famine.
Don't care.
Shut up, old man.
They're the greatest tool for maintaining one's virginity. And they're also like cheap little pieces of Chinese plastic that Nintendo charges an arm and a leg for. But on top of that, you can scan them and they allow you to have certain features in video games or a little bit of extra content. Maybe a little extra boost. And you're thinking to yourself, Frit, how's this any different from mobile games where people can pay to just get what they want to have some sort of advantage? It's not different. Actually, I would say this is slightly worse because there is no limit to how far companies can take this. And Nintendo proved that to everyone. So Metroid Prime 4 is out and it did not live up to the hype. People are actually very underwhelmed. The game's visuals, like I said, are incredibly lackluster. I mean, just look at some of the reactions. PS3 graphics, very sad. I just this tweet.
Oh, look at the person
go-
below that. That looks exactly like PS3 graphics.
PS3 graphics look better than this, in my opinion.
Depends on the game, honestly.
Yeah, it really does depend on the game. Cause camera fell, but yeah, sometimes. Hold on, I don't need to charge it now. Make it much easier. All right. Anyways, back to it. So, yeah, like
It wouldn't even
honestly,
be an issue with the graphics if it wasn't for the fact the NPCs are so annoying and the gameplay, it just feels bad. And actually, I don't even have a problem with the graphic polygon count itself. It's the lighting, honestly. The lighting's kind of bad. Like, there's some areas where it should be like dark, but it's just bright.
yeah.
I don't know if you were watching Vera's stream, but you kind of saw some of that during.
Yeah,
your
I saw a
last
little.
night.
Yeah, I saw a little bit of it, and honestly, it looks fucking terrible.
Yeah,
The way this Nintendo fanboy was hoping. Everybody is actively posting
the vagina
screenshots of
doors.
actual games from the PS3 era, and a lot of them look significantly more advanced than Metroid Prime 4. Just looking at the lack of detail, the lack of effort.
And yeah, for Tango's right, they look more advanced. Like I feel like the PC3 graphics are better,
PS3.
just because they didn't put effort into the Metroid game at all. Like Nintendo just doesn't put any effort into the games at all, and people still buy this dog shit somehow.
You know what's
some
funny
way.
about this?
What?
Last night we were joking about some of the graphics looked like vaginas in the fucking game.
Oh yeah, I did listen. I did see that part, and honestly, some of it did.
The vagina doors or something.
Yeah, the vagina doors. Yeah,
Or vagina walls, one of the two. I don't really
I think
Forward-
no, it was doors. I remember it being doors.
In this open, barren desert that Nintendo ham-fisted into their game, forcing it down everybody's throats, even though nobody wanted this, nobody asked for this in their Metroid game. And it just does not stack up to modern-day titles. Hell, it doesn't stack up to titles from 10 years ago. And I was gaslit by a lot of people who told me, no, Frit, the game looks very much on par with current gen. No, it does not.
If someone in chat wants to debate me on this and wants to debate how these graphics look good and amazing, you can call in. You just gotta type in chat and I'll find a way to send you this link and I'll fucking yell at you how you're a fucking brain rot idiot. In fact, Frit should be debating his friends. I know some of his friends probably don't make content, but still, they're fucking dumb. Your friends are wrong, Frit. And I hope you told them that to their face that they're wrong and they're idiots. I mean, you can still be friends with them. Like I'm friends with a lot of idiots sometimes. Like hell, I'm an idiot sometimes. But like, if someone's being an idiot, you have to call them out. If I'm being an idiot, I expect y'all to call me out. And I'm not gonna lie, his friends were being idiots, saying, "Oh no, this game graphics looks fire. It looks great." No, it doesn't. It looks garbage. And you guys are the reason why the gaming industry looks garbage because you keep on hyping up garbage. Stop hyping up garbage.
You're insane. This is what games from that era actually looked like. I mean, just look at this one, 2013's Killzone in comparison to this. Okay, well, either way, you get the point. These guys are insane. They really think Metroid Prime 4 stacks up to the competition. If you want to defend its visuals, if you think they look good, if you think they're passable, if you think it's fine, whatever, it's all subjective. But you know what's not subjective? Nintendo's greed. That's as transparent as fucking water.
And he said, this game has the graphics of Skylanders. It really does. Like, you're not wrong. It really does.
Honestly,
So
it looks a lot like the GameCube version. Not gonna lie, just slightly better looking. The original GameCube game, yeah.
Than the no pun intended dread Metroid fans are feeling over these barren open desert segments. It turns out there's a bigger issue. As you can see in this tweet, I genuinely think the desert would have been at least 3 times better if they had put some banging music behind it. But it just feels so Vapid?
It's trash.
Well, what's he talking about, Frit? Did they really have this open desert segment that you're going to find yourself in a lot? Did they really program this place to be?
Those amiibos? There's something related to the motorcycle that it unlocks. And it has something to do with this post. You'll see in a minute.
All right, let's see. Honestly, I'm curious.
Silent? Well, have a listen for yourself.
That does not sound like a motorcycle. That sounds like a fucking airplane. What the hell? Is that not what- did
I
they not
mean,
get
I can
sounds
excuse
right?
it because it's a futuristic vehicle, but I honestly, the sounds feel really weak.
Yeah, but do you really think future motorcycles are gonna sound like that? Like they're gonna sound like more like how Teslas sound. They're still gonna have noise. Like you can't just have something without no noise. In fact, a lot of people want to hear the motorcycle noise. You know what I mean? A
I
lot of
mean,
gamers
it's
feel
making
like
it's making a noise, just not your. It actually sounds more like the beam cycles from Tron.
honestly, you're not wrong. Man, no one
God,
cares
that's
about
the
the
tipping
stupid
point.
ad. Fuck you.
Shut up, you leftist libtards.
Dead air.
Okay, Frit, fine. Okay, it's silent. Who cares? It adds to the.
I care. It is. Okay, I mean, I do care a little bit, but I don't care. as
Wait
much.
till you hear what they did.
Oh, I'm curious. In fact, I watched a little bit, so I think I know what's coming up.
Atmosphere anyway. Weren't you Metroid haters complaining about a lack of atmosphere? Whatever. I mean, say Nintendo intended for this to be how the game is for everyone. Whatever. You could call that a creative decision. You may not agree with it, but sure. But that's not what they did. See, as a matter of fact, they ensured not everybody would get the same experience because apparently this comes from Nintendo Land. If you haven't seen him on YouTube, go check his stuff out. I saw apparently you have to scan the bike amiibo to get a radio. That's seriously obnoxious.
That's what I was
Nintendo.
talking about. There's a radio locked behind the bike, the amiibo.
What is?
$30 piece of plastic with a computer chip in it. They locked it behind it. That's not all they locked behind it. It also unlocks like extra ammo, more energy tanks, and a few other things for the gameplay.
Fucking trash.
Yeah, I have I had maybe an ounce of respect, and that's saying something. Now I have nothing. I feel nothing. It's sad what Nintendo's become.
Yeah, really, it is.
Apparently, they're beefing in chat right now.
Oh, it's just Muffin trolling again. Just
I know. Muffin, you gotta stop being an asshole. Anyways, make sure y'all hit the like button on the stream. Let's get the like goal to 7 likes this stream. Let's see if we get to 7, I'll be happy. Anyways, let's continue.
Okay, I thought these guys were fucking with me. I said there is no way Nintendo locked a radio feature.
Also, if you want to donate, is Lord Triton 2 is the Cash App there. In fact, I'll put a link momentarily.
For this motorcycle and this desert segment. There's no way they locked that behind a $30 amiibo. And then
Why did you lock it around a $30 amiibo? Like, what the fuck? These people are greedy. They literally take any opportunity to charge you.
I went and looked.
Okay, thank you.
if it was like $5, I probably wouldn't care. But $30 for a piece of plastic with a computer chip that you scan once.
Oh, guys,
Once.
I want to tell you something. You don't have to pay $30 at all. You can go on a site. It's called Amazon. They sell cards that are amiibos, and they give you the maximum amount of drop chance with these cards if they're made right. And they're by third-party people, but these third-party people will sell them for like all of them, all the amiibos, like in
Yeah,
cards,
but
right?
you gotta think of what community we're dealing with. You really think 10 drones are gonna do that? Hell no.
No, they
Well,
want
you're
the plastic.
Bro, I got like all the Zelda amiibos for like what was it, like not even $20. It was like $15.
Yeah, in paper format. These people want the plastic ones because they're obsessed with consumerism.
They're not paper. They're like hard.
Oh, they're the plastic statue things again? Huh.
No, they're not plastic I'd have to show you guys a picture. They're you could probably pull them up on Amazon. They're
These are like bootleg cards, right?
yeah, but they're hard. They're actually thick and they're durable.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about those little cards. I actually have one here for
Set up.
for my 3DS.
All right,
Yeah.
I'll give you the video.
And
Go
it's
ahead.
true. Metroid Prime 4 Beyond Desert Music locked behind Amiibo purchase. Nintendo's product description lists background music as a perk of owning the Samus Amiibo.
How the fuck is background music a perk, really? Like, doesn't every game have background music? Like, you're using that as a perk of all things?
Oh, I
They
guess
literally took out something that was already there.
Yeah. They literally disabled music in certain sections of the game.
Yeah.
Just so you had to buy the amiibo to get the full music experience.
They're fucking assholes.
All right, sorry about that. Gotta listen to the doorbell around 11. We'll probably still be live by then. But anyways, let's continue.
The shield that blocks up to 99% damage and fully restores Samus' life once per day. My God, they're literally selling you pay to win Chinese plastic. This is absurd. This is a level of greed that I don't think even EA or Ubisoft can match. Or can they? Skylanders was basically this, right?
I'm not gonna lie, Ubisoft may be able to match it, but these other companies probably not. Because we can't lie here. We can't be dishonest here. Ubisoft is greedy. They're just as greedy, if not a little more greedy, as Nintendo, because they literally.
EA is too, but
yeah, EA.
right
See,
now,
like
going through
fingers
a
trying to downplay it as like Nintendo's like the worst. Don't get me wrong, Nintendo is definitely a shitty game company, but all these other companies are shitty too. And in fact, throughout the weeks, I'm going to start calling out these other gaming companies too, and not just Nintendo, because Nintendo is a problem, yes, but Nintendo's not the only problem in the gaming industry. It's like all these gaming companies. All these gaming companies do the same shit. They fucking scam their audience. They overprice shit that doesn't need to be overpriced. Like Sony, for instance. We need to call out Sony. We need to call out all these other gaming companies.
Yeah.
And Microsoft. Microsoft's getting bad too.
Well, either way, Nintendo obviously stole the idea from Skylanders, but they took it to a whole new level. Nintendo genuinely.
See, they stole an idea from Skylanders, a good game, and they still made it shit. That's why, like, if I made a game and Nintendo is gonna stole it, I wouldn't even care because it's gonna be shit anyways, and my game's gonna be better, and it just give me credibility if they stole my shit. That's how bad Nintendo is. You're just giving you the games you're stealing more credibility because they're like, oh, this game's good. They stole it from that. Let's go play this game instead of the shitty bootleg version.
You're forgetting, Triton. They're not going to just steal from you. They're going to send a DMCA takedown of your game, or they're going to sue you for the right.
So they can remain the only game owned. Because they want to be a monopoly. They want to be a big monopoly.
Yeah.
They want to basically take over gaming. Like, a lot of people, when I say this, they're like, oh, you're crazy. No, they literally do want to take over gaming. They think in their little minds that they can actually control the gaming industry. And when I say that, I see a few chatters always say, but that's not true. That's not true. It is true. Nintendo is trying to take over the gaming industry. And if you don't believe that, then you're a fucking moron.
Locked background music behind a $30 amiibo, and there are unironically people who are okay with that. Not sure if some of you guys have Stockholm syndrome or what at this point. And here's Luke Steffens to confirm it as well.
See, when you're on disability, or if you're not on disability, you have mommy's money, like you have a third party source of money. then you have to worry about nothing because you're getting it taken care of. And that's what these Nintendo drones are. They have either disability or mommy's money, and that's how they're able to spend all this money. And to Nintendo, that's how they're able to suck up Nintendo because they think it's nothing to them because they think they have unlimited money. That's why they do it, because they believe they have unlimited money. But even if you have mommy's money, that's not unlimited. You can't just go through that and fucking, be like, oh, Nintendo's fine. Nintendo can raise the prices. I don't have to care. It'll affect me. Yeah, it kind of does, because once you run out of mommy's money, you cannot play these games anymore. You cannot play Nintendo drone games anymore. You can't drink Nintendo's cum anymore. Once you run out of money, they're going to kick you out. They're not going to even care. They're not going to lower the prices back. So you guys are fucking yourselves over in reality by buying this shit.
I already
straight. If you pay,
I already said the minute my Switch breaks down, whatever happens to it, right? Stops working. That's it. I'm gonna go buy me a Steam Deck.
Apparently, the trash account says, "Go shadow banned by YouTube."
Who's the trash account?
I don't know. Good question. I don't think I've ever seen that person before.
I'm trying to remember who Skrillful is.
That's Robbie.
Oh yeah, that's who I thought it was. I wasn't sure though.
Yeah, and he says, "Let's play Monopoly." Personally, I believe that there's a video game, Kabbalah, involving Nintendo, Ubisoft, and I think so. I think there is. I'll do more research on that, but I think you're right.
Technically, Bethesda's owned by Microsoft, so it would be Microsoft.
Yeah, Microsoft says it's not a monopoly, so they can save face, but they're 100% one.
Yeah, they're buying up all the companies just as bad as Ubisoft and Nintendo are and everybody else.
The one thing I will give them credit for is Blizzard and Activision isn't under shit ownership anymore, and they kicked all those assholes.
No, they're still under shit ownership, and they got all the wokies in the company still. So
yeah, but would you rather have the wokies or the sexual harassment?
That's a good question.
There you go.
That is a good question.
That one group of people, they were so lazy sexually harassing people that the game was complete shit while they were working on it.
That is a wild statement. I'm not gonna lie.
So which one would you rather have, wokies or not? Or
I mean, the game's still shit either way, so that's a hard call.
Hey, we could do a poll.
Yeah, why don't you do a poll, Triton?
Game run by wokies or game run by sexual predators?
Oh God! Imagine one of my A-logs that watch try to use this against me. Be like, look at them! They're making jokes about sexual predators.
Jokes matter. That's the thing. It's just which one would you ironically want to be under? It's a question.
Which one would you want to be under? Unfortunately, can't remove this yes or no shit. So let's see. Sexual predators or wokies. Honestly, if you want to hear my answer, here I'll put the poll is up. If y'all want to hear my personal answer, wokies, because I'm not trying to get diddled, sir.
Yeah,
well, it's not you getting diddled; it's the other staff members getting diddled.
Yeah, I'd have to say wokies at that point because sexual harassment is no joke.
All right, let's get back into it.
$30 for the collectible Samus Amiibo in Metroid Prime 4. You get to play /select music while driving the Viola bike and the otherwise quiet desert. In other words, they locked music while riding through a desert behind a $30 paywall. Am I missing something that makes this not insane? I mean, that's what I'm asking. I don't understand. Nintendo guys are accustomed to this. Everybody who has purchased a single Amiibo has fed into this. You are responsible.
I know it was you.
Wait, what?
I know it was you, Muffin.
Oh, you mean what?
If you buy amiibos, you are
Oh, is it? Oh, I'm like, ew, what the fuck? What is wrong with you? Man,
part of the problem.
said
You are
you can't-
proactively supporting and funding and fueling what is essentially an outright scam. Imagine if you were playing Fallout New Vegas and all the tunes you could listen to on the radio while walking the Mojave were locked behind buying a platinum chip token that you could only get from Bethesda's shop. There would be outrage. There would be blood on the streets. But Nintendo? Well, let's look the other way. As a matter of fact, yeah, this is a big problem, but I'm going to go buy 3. No, 4, no, 5. I got to have all that Chinese plastic on my shelf, of course. The insanity of this.
yeah, what's up?
I tried to tell you to pause it. Okay, so that Fallout thing they were talking about. So in China, right? Okay, this pertains to it. In China, Fallout Shelter has loot boxes, right? And stuff like that because it's okay over there. So technically, it might not be Fallout New Vegas, but it is a Fallout game. And yes, they have done it already. So ironically, what he's saying is actually a thing already. So yeah, I'd say they're just doing it where it can legally be done. Because here in America, we can't. We kind of ousted the loot box bullshit for kids. So yeah,
Fuck, Skrillful.
Well, what do you say? Let me look.
Che-
Come, guys, choose the combos. Come,
Chomo.
No, we usually say combos.
But yeah, it's Chomo, short for child molester.
Yeah, I know.
It's a prison term, believe it or not. It's
Come-
what the prisoners call the chomos when they enter prison.
I bet you he also voted for that option too. You fucking weirdos.
Actually,
That's
the Wokies thing is getting all the votes.
Because where is the limit? What can Nintendo lock next? Hey, we see that you want to be able to pause your game in a specific area, dungeon, whatever, but you can't unless you buy The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask Shield or some bullshit like that. Or hey, there's actually a hidden extra 1-up mushroom in this Mario stage, but you can't access it unless you get the Toadstool amiibo. Like, think about that. They are actively inserting mobile gaming slop into their first party, fully priced single player games. Fuck Nintendo. You cannot have a full experience merely purchasing the games from these guys. You need
Yeah, and that's the thing is people still buy the stuff. People still get scammed by these people, and you can't really feel bad. You know what I mean? You just cannot feel bad at all.
next Elder Scrolls, they require you to pay to get what is it, like something in the game. You have to unlock it through paying $5 on the shop.
Hey, that's,
Oh wait, that's already a thing. The Creation Club. Oh yeah.
the amiibo. You need their online subscription. You need the deluxe edition. And then when you buy the enhanced edition, it's also going to have content locked away. Fuck them.
you should play Cards Against Humanity live on stream. We might do that for a show. Yeah, we could do that.
That sounds like fun.
Probably do it.
Nah, I call it now. Next Elder Scrolls, we're gonna have we're gonna have a bunch of fat women in it and other weird abominations.
In fact,
I want to see them hold true to what they promised.
In
They
fact,
promised Megan Curry was going to be in it.
I do plan on doing gaming chill streams again soon. So like after we just do these main shows, then probably like Tuesday, Wednesday, we'll just start doing gaming streams as well. Like the content's back, bitches.
There is zero shame from them. These guys are not about making games to bring smiles to people. They're all about seeing how much they can get away with. The fact that this
They're about how much they can grift off of you retarded bums. That's what they're about. They don't care about if you guys are happy, broke, go homeless. They don't care. And you guys keep on feeding them. And that's the problem is you. It's the Nintendo drones. It's the Nintendo fans that keep buying the shit. Stop buying the products and you won't get scammed. It's that simple.
Oh, I was on Stuttering Craig's stream earlier today, roasting Nintendo fans too.
Oh yeah, we're doing
Yeah,
that.
I did a super chat calling out Nintendo drones and shit. It was funny.
Oh yeah, you did that on Vera's stream too. In fact, I'm gonna tell a story. An interaction I had in Vera's chat. So I go in. I just say, if y'all like Nintendo, you guys are a bunch of retards, right? And then the guy got offended and was like, "Whoa, you're coming at us? Why? How dare you say that, you dipshit?" And I'm like, "Damn, why are you offended? I wasn't even talking to you because it was like, oh, you insulted the chat." I was like, "No, I didn't insult the chat. I insulted Nintendo fans, and you just gave yourself away." That's another thing too. It's like I don't even have to insult these people. I just talk shit about Nintendo, and they feel insulted. They feel personally attacked because
Vera had quite a few Nintendo drones in her chat last night.
She did.
I think I shut some of them up when I started doing my super chats because
I
they
shut
stopped talking.
I shut that one guy up. In fact, he ended up leaving the chat because he knew he lost. He knew he got felt.
That was smart of him.
Yeah, that was smart of him. Because I would have kept arguing. I would have kept arguing until Vera timed me out, but I don't think she'll time me out because I don't even think she likes Nintendo.
She likes Nintendo, but only casually. She's not like a super fan or anything.
Oh, she's not gonna get mad at people disagreeing like those fucking dumbasses.
Oh no, of course not. She even thought it was mid.
Pathetic.
But that's the thing. It's like they don't. If you go in and saying it's mid, they won't insult you. Be like, you're a dipshit. It's like,
yeah, the whole stream she was talking about how mid it was.
I bet you she got a few insults by these fucking retards.
Oh yeah, they were saying she has this one hate group that says she's not a real gamer and whatever. I don't know who it is. I think it's some group related to David Jaffe. This is some other. This guy worked on the first two God of War games. If you don't know who David Jaffe is, and also he's a friend of Alyssa, or She Who Must Not Be Named.
Oh, so he's basically David Jaffe stands going at her.
Yeah, he has a huge beef with Vera because Vera literally insulted him on once because he basically made fun of Vera's appearance. He basically reduced her to eye candy, basically, when he was talking down to her.
Does he have contact with this hate group? Is he like leading the hate group personally?
I don't know if he's leading the hate group or not, but it's probably some of his fans, if I had to guess.
Either some of his fans or probably a few of his mods too. Because I know how this shit works.
Oh yeah, totally. And they'll say in public, "I disavow," but it really they're letting it go on behind the scenes.
In fact, before we get back to it, one thing that I've seen in the commentary community do, and these people probably do it, they say, "Oh yeah, I publicly disavow. I disavow any harassment." But then in the DMs, they're telling that person to harass that person and to ignore the disavow.
Yep. Oh yeah, I also told I also did a super chat on Stuttering Craig's stream today, talking about the whole Reddit feet pic situation with Vera. How there was a subreddit looking for her feet pics.
Fucking weirdos.
Anyway, I know, right?
Yeah, fucking weirdos. In fact, if you're watching it and you like that type of shit, looking for people's feet pics, K, Y, and the other letter. If you know what I mean. S. Anyways, continue. Take that advice, fucking weirdos.
Display of quote-unquote AAA ingenuity is the best they can do is a joke, and the reactions from people is even better. Do you even research what you claim, or do you just go head first because the truth is less important than the blue check? And then post a screenshot asking Yahoo AI, I guess, yes, you can unlock the music in the desert area of Metroid Prime 4 by achieving a 100% scan rate and finding every item in the game. But this requires significant effort. Otherwise, the music is only available through the purchase of a Samus amiibo. Bro, that's even worse. That means Nintendo is intentionally making games more tedious, artificially tedious, so that it encourages you to go and spend $30 instead of trying to unlock everything traditionally. That's not a good thing. That means that the game is intentionally programmed for you to lose your mind and spend money. That is what.
See, that's another thing. Every time they show quote unquote evidence, the evidence is not even in their favor. The evidence proves our point. Like Nintendo's intentionally making the game harder so it encourages you to spend the $30 instead of actually trying hard on the game. Why do we need games like that? Fucking weird, fucking asshole. Fucking
Wait, they said there's an alternative unlock method for the music? That's retarded.
It's for. That is mobile slop. Nintendo titles not only look like mobile slop, but they are actively monetized as if they are mobile slop as well. And the defense force is pathetic. You know why they did that. They want you to go spend $30 instead of just letting players have that, which would have made the desert segments a lot more bearable.
They literally made an alternate unlock method. You have to 100% the game to get music, the radio in the desert.
Bro, do you really think Nintendo drones are gonna even do that? No, they'd rather have the easy option.
Yeah, no, most of them are casuals that put down the game as soon as they're done with it.
Mm-hmm.
Even the Pokemon fans are like that.
See, they put down the game. Why did they literally spend more time defending the game online than actually playing it? Isn't that weird?
I mean, yeah, probably.
Because, like, what do you spend more time doing? Defending Power World or actually playing Power World?
Depends on my mood.
Depends on the mood. Hey, at least you admit you're a stan.
I spend more time playing my damn games. So
Exactly. That's how you should. That's how it should be. No offense, Storm, but that's how it should be.
Oh yeah, totally.
I guess they said fuck them, make their experience less enjoyable until they pay us. Nintendo magically summoning 30 million retarded PDF man children to buy the exact same fucking game.
Oh my god, that
I
meme
never
is
called
gold.
them that. Okay, this is just a meme on Twitter. I didn't say that they are that. Amiibos are.
Wait, what was that?
That meme was gold. Like
It
it's
really
so
was.
funny.
Cool and have locked content behind them for years. It's not that serious. No, it's worse. It's probably one of the worst things the industry is doing right now. Why on God's green earth would you ever advocate for this? Don't buy amiibos. And to add some fuel to the fire, Kendrick Lobstar posted on Twitter. This thing got like 28,000 likes. Here he posts, reminder, it is illegal to use a device like the Amiibo or Almiibo, $12 to skirt around the $30 greed of a $4 billion company. Unless, of course, you own every Amiibo and manually scan them into the Almiibo after wiping it because it comes preloaded with all of them. You should never do this. I mean, he's obviously, nudging people to do it because if you have to do this to play video games in their
Then why? Then I'm gonna finish it for him. Why do it at all? Like, why? Well, come on.
Oh
really?
no, he was basically covering his butt legally by saying not to do it, but actually saying do it.
Yeah, exactly. That's the same tactic the fucking stupid commentary community uses all the time to avoid legal trouble. Like all these people on the internet use the same fucking stupid tactics they've been using since like.
But basically, this thing allows you to get the amiibos without actually owning them.
Yeah,
or the stuff from the amiibos, I should say.
Which obviously, I feel like you should do it because let's be for real. Nintendo's literally worth like $4 billion. Like the $1 billion company, they can losing 15. You're still giving them $12. It's not like
there's the meme. Leave the $1 billion company alone comes to mind.
Yeah, leave the billion-dollar company alone. How dare you play
Yeah, and it has some
Beyonce?
fat dude with swords.
entirety as they should be, that's ridiculous. Nintendoid's gonna come into my mentions and tell me why $30 for music is good, actually. See? And there they are doing exactly what he had predicted. You do realize you could just not buy the amiibo and deal with the lack of music, right? Like, fuck these guys.
Sharpen all your senses for the fight now. The best defense is always in your eyes now.
You know what's ironic?
Is there, which I don't think there's any more important. Is there anything important that we need to go over before?
I don't know. I don't think so. Let's just continue the video for now.
Oh, no, I meant like in the video.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't actually watched this one all the way through.
Okay, let's see.
Compete with the best AA or indie titles on Steam, made by a team of like 1 to 5 people. Oh my god, shut up! The meatballs are about the actual collectibles.
Okay, let's see what.
The instrument plays no music. Oh, that's pretty good. That's true. We're severely fucked if this is the course Nintendo wants to take. A lot of other companies are going to see that Nintendo succeeds, they get away with it, and they're
All right. Well, basically, I think that's basically repeating the same point. So
Yeah, I like the bike named after a musical instrument plays no music. Yeah, the bike's name is Viola.
All right. So now, Gabriel. Wait, before we get to it, I'm gonna ask them for the conclusions, and then we can get to the next segment, the airplane clash. So I'm gonna start with Black Putin. What's your takeaway on Nintendo scamming Metroid fans?
Well, I believe that I am no longer buying any more Nintendo products. That's first and foremost. Secondly, they are so shisty that they've done a lot of stuff and they just get worse. It's like it's like they're good for all of about a second, everybody forgets, and then all of a sudden they're back again. And it's like, how many times are you going to forgive this corporation till everybody wakes the fuck up and realizes that they're a complete shyster and they're no good and they need to be stopped? Like, literally, if everybody was to, if not all, but a good amount of people in this whole entire earth was just to stop buying Nintendo products, they would learn humility. They would stop what they're doing.
Yeah, exactly.
But since everybody's sucking them off, they ain't gonna stop.
Exactly. That's the thing.
They know.
It's like they ain't gonna stop until until these Nintendo fans stop sucking them off and buying the products. Is that everything?
Well, just be warned, it's gonna get a hell of a lot worse if we don't all wake up. That's all I'm gonna say on that.
I agree. Also, I love getting grifted, said Muffin, and Muffin put laughing emojis. Seems like Muffin likes getting grifted and taking it up the ass by Nintendo. Anyways, Torin, what's your takeaway on all this? And then I'm gonna ask.
I don't know. Honestly, I don't have anything new to say than what I said during the stream. I think it's fucking stupid, honestly. And yeah, we're probably going to see more of it in the future.
All right. So now, Gabriel, do you have anything to say? Probably not.
Nope.
All right. I'll give my conclusion on it. Y'all need to stop buying Nintendo shit. Seriously. They're this down bad and they're fucking shit. They keep ripping off Metroid fans. None of the games have been good in the last 10 years, and y'all keep getting scammed. So stop buying the shit. Now, we are going to the next topic, which Pat Rock can give an introduction on that.
Yeah.
Okay, so first things first. Hold on. Let me go onto my computer and open up, Robbie's computer, and go and get the little window open so this way I can catch you guys up on it.
All right, yeah, I'm getting the little window open.
Yeah, I'm gonna peace out too. You guys have fun.
All right, you take care. Looks like it's just gonna be me and Gabe for these segments, but these segments are good, peoples.
Okay.
Damn, we
So,
got 9 likes. Let's fucking go. People have been watching. Thank you all so much for the likes.
Yep.
We've went 2 over the goal. In fact, our new goal is going to be 15 likes now. Let's see if we can get 15 likes, motherfuckers.
okay. So first things first, are you gonna show
Yeah, I'm
any like
trying to
screenshots or anything of this thing?
I'm going to show
Of the
the
UPS
article.
crash?
I'm going to show the article you sent me.
Okay, and I was
While
gonna
I'm-
read
while I'm
off of
pulling
here.
it- All right, yeah.
Okay,
Let's see.
so
Yeah,
you get the article up.
I'm getting it up right now. U.S. flight.
UPS Airlines flight 2976.
Yep. No, I'm not trying to give money. Anyways. All right, let's share screen. All right, so Pat, so give an introduction to the topic that we're about to get
Okay,
into.
guys. So this topic is going to be about UPS Airlines flight 2976. If you guys didn't see the news last month, on November 4th, 2025, a UPS Airlines flight was going to fly from Louisville Airport to Honolulu. On takeoff, its left wing came off. It's a tri-jet, so it has like 3 jets. It has one on the rear on the tail fin, and it has 2 engines on the wings, one on the left and one on the right wing. On takeoff, its left engine came off, and it basically dove straight down to earth just like that, because once you have no engine at all, you have just massive amount of drag, plus it ripped off a piece of the wing. So it just made it dive right into the ground. It crashed. I forgot how far away from the airport. It wasn't really too far, maybe a few blocks. And it even crashed into an oil terminal, causing a massive fire and killing 14 people and injuring 23. Of course, of the 14 deaths, 3 of them were the people on board the plane, the pilot, the co-pilot, and I do believe a navigator.
Damn.
Now I'm going to just cut to the chase. So I personally believe that this crash, because it was caused by them doing maintenance, doing something wrong with the maintenance of the plane. See, back in the 70s, there was an air crash of the same plane, a DC-10. Is this a DC-10? No, this is an MD-11, but it's basically the same makeup. And that flight that crashed in the 70s was American Airlines Flight 191. It was a takeoff from O'Hare in Chicago and land at LAX. On takeoff, its engine separated, its left engine detached from the wing, and it dove into the ground just like UPS Flight 2976. Now, they haven't released the NTSB report. But personally, from having looked at the Reddit accounts, and there are people who are on Reddit who are part of the NTSB, and they do give periodic updates, I personally believe what they were doing is this, and I'm going to explain what happened. So, witnesses to crash of 191 were in universal agreement that the aircraft had not struck any foreign objects on the runway. In addition, no pieces of the wing or other aircraft components were found along with the separated engine other than supporting pylon. This led investigators to conclude that nothing else.
What are you reading from? Are you reading from what I have on screen?
I'm reading from the NTSB report of the American Airlines Flight 191.
Why don't you send me that and I can pull that up?
Oh, okay. Well, hold on. That's going to be hard because if I leave this window right now,
you've had me pull this up, so I don't know why you're not.
Yeah,
reading this.
just type in American Airlines Flight 191. The NTSB report is actually linked onto the Wikipedia page and goes straight to the NTSB report.
Oh, okay, I see.
So,
so what do you think caused the crash?
Well, that's what's in the NTSB report of the 191. I was going to get to that.
Okay, go ahead.
So, essentially, they said that they didn't see anything break off, and all the components were together with the engine. During the investigation of 191, on examination of the pylon attachment points, revealed some damage done to the wing's pylon mounting bracket, which matched the bent shape of the pylon's rear attachment fitting. This meant that the pylon attachment fitting had struck the mounting bracket at some point. This was important evidence, as basically it would cause metal fatigue and would essentially cause.
I don't mean to interrupt, but can you send me where you're reading at so I can pull it up?
Yeah, like I said, it's just go to Wikipedia and just go to American Airlines Flight 191. I can't send it on the phone. If I exit out of the screen, we're gonna have to restart this whole stream again.
Oh, okay, I'll have to.
Yeah, that's the
Flight.
problem. I had that problem before we came on air.
I kind of wish you would have let me know to pull this up before I start reading, but it's fine.
Well, I was going to read it directly anyway from the NTSB report because I could actually go and give it in layman's terms since, my family was involved in the airline industry.
Give me money. No, you're supposed to give me money on Lord Triton 2 Cash App. Dumbass.
Who said this?
The trash account 5518.
Oh, that's just Robbie. He's trolling.
Oh, I was like, who the fuck is that? Damn, he gave you away, Robbie, but yeah.
So essentially what they found out in the report was that in Tulsa, Oklahoma, at the American Airlines aircraft maintenance facility, they found out that basically there's a convoluted way of taking the engine off the plane and doing maintenance, right?
Yeah.
They decided instead of doing that, they would take it all off as a whole and then use a forklift. I'm going to explain this. It's the forklift idea of taking it off as a whole with the forklift and then putting it back up onto the plane saved 200 working hours per aircraft. And more importantly, from a safety standpoint, it would reduce the number of disconnects of systems such as hydraulic lines and fuel lines, electrical cables, and wirings from 79 to 27. This new procedure involved the removal of the engine and pylon assembly as a single unit rather than as individual components. They would use an overhead crane, but then change to using a forklift. Now, of course, what happens is if you go and use a forklift, what's going to happen is when you put it into the pylon, it's going to go and rock like a seesaw, jam the pylon against the wing's attachment points, and essentially cause metal fatigue, akin to if you took a paper clip and you moved it back and forth until it snapped. And that's what caused it to break. It's called fatigue cracking. Because after there's damage, every time you go up in the air and come back down, there's pressure on the components. And like I said, if you look at a paper clip and you move it back and forth, eventually it will break. So they found this out, and essentially the NTSB put out a ground stoppage and told everybody that until all the DC-10s were looked at and made sure not to have that fatigue cracking, none of them could fly. Once they looked at them and found out that they weren't damaged or whatever, they went and changed the maintenance procedures. Getting back to UPS flight 2976, that engine came off in the same exact way just as the engine on flight 191.
So you want me to pull back up the flight 2000?
Yes.
All right, I'll do that.
Yes. So you see how that's dropping. If you could find a video of UPS flight, which I mean, people can look it up too. It's all over the internet. But if you watch how it goes and it crashed exactly like 191. And it's just terrible. But I believe what they started doing, I think UPS was starting to do maintenance on the MD-11 is exactly the same way as Flight 191.
Apparently, too, this airline is the second largest cargo airline as well. So I don't know how this shit happens.
Yeah, FedEx is the other second largest, and then third largest would be like Western Global. As of right now, all the MD-11 fleets are grounded until they can find out what the hell happened. They also grounded DC-10, but I think those have been retired for many years. So as a result, they're grounded at the moment. The NTSB hasn't released a report yet. At least Wikipedia doesn't have it on there yet. Oh, whoops. Actually, I spoke too soon. November 20th. NTSB reported that fatigue cracks have been found in the left pylon resulting from metal fatigue, specifically from like using a forklift. As a result, yes, they did go back to using the 1970s way of actually taking the engine off. And that was just a guess on my part. I didn't even think, I was just guessing like, well, it had to be that. Holy shit. Why would you do that again?
That's the thing. It's like they're not learning from the mistake. It's like, this.
Dude, 191 191 caused the deaths of 273 people. This only killed 11 people and injured 23. Oh no, sorry, 14 people and injured 23. On the aircraft, it was 11 people. Anyway, yeah. So I just wanted to talk about that, guys, because I thought that was fascinating. Since we had the same exact crash about 40 years into the future, caused by the same exact reason, which was let's cut corners.
Is it possible this was on purpose? Possibly.
Purpose on that crap? Who said this?
Muffin McFlurry.
Oh, that's Robbie again. No, it wasn't on purpose. Oh no, that's Muffin. Oops.
Oh, and we lost him. But no, I don't. It was not on purpose. It's just because they're dumb and fucking made the same mistake that caused the crash in the 191. So no, it wasn't on purpose. By the way, too, I'm gonna give Gabe the link again. Well, actually, no, he has the link. But yeah, no, I don't think it was on purpose. I think it was definitely on accident, for sure. Wait, no. Okay. Let's send you the link again, Gabe. Oh, there it is. There you are.
Sorry about that. My phone decided to crash.
That's what happens with my phone all the time. It's so goddamn annoying.
But yeah, so no, this wasn't on purpose, McMuffin. Well, it was on purpose in the fact that they decided to cut corners so that this way they didn't have to pay out union hours and shit. So yes, and in turn, there actually is a massive lawsuit in this as well. Teamster local 89, which was the local that represented the warehouse that the aircraft struck, held a candlelight vigil, and I do believe have a lawsuit going. There's actually a bunch of people suing for this because it whizzed on UPS for doing this because they didn't want to pay union.
Mm-hmm.
And this is what happens when you cut corners. I'm telling you. American Airlines, same thing. They lost in 190 with flight 191. Let's see. I'm trying to see if they got sued. I mean, being the 70s, I guess they didn't get sued. No, they didn't get sued. But I'm sure if it was in the 70s, they would have been sued like a motherfucker.
Yeah, they would. That especially in today's times. But you don't think they would get sued for the one that happened a month ago?
Oh, they will. They are already being sued. Morgan & Morgan suing them.
Morgan &
Morgan is suing. Mitch McConnell and Rand Paul actually got involved in this too. God, I love Rand Paul just for that. I don't know why Mitch McConnell's getting involved like he cares. I don't think the man's ever taken a plane. Yeah. The first plaintiff for Morgan & Morgan is claimed to have suffered smoke inhalation. The second plaintiff is to have suffered property damage to two of his businesses. As of right now, Clifford law officers and Sam Aguar injury lawyers announced lawsuits against UPS, Boeing, General Electric, BT, San Antonio Aerospace, alleging negligence. Okay, I understand a UPS. Why are you suing Boeing? What did Boeing do in this? This isn't Boeing's fault. This plane was made, no shit, back in the 80s by McDonnell Douglas. They don't even exist anymore. Boeing brought them up and merged. Why is this Boeing's fault?
That is a good question. Does Boeing not even have anything to do with planes, or like what is their
They do.
role?
They do. They make their own planes, but
There you go.
what the fuck did you buy these for?
Back.
Oh. Didn't really need that, but thank you. Boeing, if they're suing Boeing, General Electric, I don't know why they're doing that. I know they make the engines on it, but what the hell did they do? They didn't fuck up the engines. They're not the ones who did the maintenance. Friggin' UPS did that. And same thing with VT San Antonio Aerospace. All they did was build the interior. That's not their problem.
Yeah, exactly. I think they're just trying to sue everyone involved because, like, once a massive crash happens, even though, like, they do parts of the plane, I think they're trying to, like, pin everyone that was involved.
I just can't believe I was right about this, man. I was just guessing on that just because I've watched only air crash investigation videos, and I'm just like, well, this sounds like about right. And it took them over a month before they figured it out themselves. Dude, I figured that out day fucking 1. That's insane. I should be an NTSB investigator. I can't answer him right now.
So, Gabe,
Yeah.
what's your final opinions on this UPS plane crash? Do you think?
Oh my god, dude,
do you
they're
think
gonna
they're
get
gonna win-
sued.
Do you think they're gonna win the lawsuit against them, like 100%? Like,
Oh,
confirmed?
100%, man. I mean, come on. You just killed all these people. You had
Yeah.
multiple crashes before then. That's something I didn't tell you about. They also had, now UPS was founded in 1988. At least the airlines. The company suffered 2 fatal crashes before this. One was in 2010, which was in Dubai, which was because it had an in-flight fire. And the other one, which was in flight 1354, if I remember correctly, that one crashed short of the runway because they had pilot fatigue and the airline wouldn't give them rest hours. And they got sued over that. So if they got sued for the rest hours on with flight 1354, and they got sued for flight 6 for having flammables on board, which the FAA bans, you can't put flammables on board a plane.
What is the end? Like, they're definitely gonna face not just financial damage, but business impact too.
Oh, not just that. Not just that. They might actually go out of business. It was already announced before that they might actually claim bankruptcy.
Yep. Look, if they do that, they're definitely gonna go out of business. And honestly, I don't feel bad for them because they did it to themselves.
Dude, play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
Play
You
stupid
fucked around,
games.
you found out.
Play stupid games. Put innocent lives in danger because you're careless as fuck. Play stupid. Then you're gonna get jail. Like, do you think some of them would get jail time
Now-
because they technically?
Oh,
did
I don't know, but I wanted to show you. Scroll
Technically,
down.
hold on. Before
Yeah.
let's scroll down. Technically, this could count as manslaughter because they did kill 14 people because they were careless. So they could also get manslaughter charge as well, potentially.
Yeah. What I was going to ask you to do is scroll down a bit to the Wikipedia article. There should be a picture of the lugs and all that I was telling you about. Scroll down a bit. I just want to show people this before we move on to the next topic, so this way to get an idea of what I'm talking
In
about.
fact, I'm just gonna hold my phone like this for a minute. Oh, scroll on the wrong shit. There we go. Tell me when the accident.
No. Keep going down. It's going to show the lugs at the bottom. Go all the way down. There we go. Go up. See the 2 pictures there? Go up.
Where
go up.
These two?
Up.
Oh.
No. Up.
See
right there, the right picture right there. Click
yeah.
it. So I'm looking at it myself. So if you look in the middle there where it says aft lug, that's the piece that broke off that holds the engine onto the wing. You see how that broke off? That's what happens when you go and you bang an engine into a pylon with a forklift. That's how bad that is, man. Imagine seeing that break off.
That is really insane that shit just breaks off. Honestly, though, they're gonna get their justice desserts though because they are being just dumbasses.
Okay.
And they
Mhm.
they had 14 people killed, innocent people, because they don't know how to put the right parts on. Can you still hear me?
Yeah, I can still hear you.
All right.
So, okay, let's go on to the next topic, which was, what was the next topic?
The National Guard's getting shot.
Oh,
And I cannot, and I've researched this a little bit, so I have
Yeah,
more to
dude,
say on it.
okay.
It's like the plane thing's like, yeah, I did give a little commentary on it, but I don't really know planes like that. But these, it's like, how could Washington, D.C. let this shit fucking happen? Come on. Like, I'm a little pissed about that. In fact, we're going to get gang stalk because I'm going to say a lot of hot takes on this because they did fuck up. Like, literally, fuck up. You know what I mean? So I'm going to pull this up. So 2 National Guards, like, if y'all know, I think last week, 2 National Guards have unfortunately got shot at Washington, D.C., unfortunately. And
No, you don't have to
Yeah.
go with me.
Okay. I'm pulling up the article right now.
Yep. In fact,
pull-
I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna read it right now. I'm gonna pull this up. Share screen.
Washington, D.C.
Wait,
National.
wait.
Okay. Here we go.
Here we go. Share. All right. So on November 20. So on November 2020. That's actually Thanksgiving. Holy shit.
Yeah,
That's
yeah, I know. It
Thanksgiving.
happened on Thanksgiving, man. It
On
happened the same day I
November-
started my GoFundMe.
On November 26, 2025, 2 members of the West Virginia National Guard who were participating in the deployment of federal law enforcement and National Guard forces were shot near the Farragut West Metro Station in Washington, D.C., United States. Imagine being 2 National Guards, y'all just get randomly shot because security's so bad. Like, that's fucking just insane. Some forces, okay, so 2 blocks away from the White House. There are 2 blocks away from the fucking White House. That is insane. One of the service members died from her injuries. The male suspect was critically wounded. In my opinion, the male suspect should be dead because what the fuck are you doing? The suspect was later identified as Ranamala Lockwood, an Afghan national who had been previously received primarily military instruction under the contact with the CIA. Following the attack, President Trump announced his request of deployment an initial 500 National Guard troops and promised to further crack down on immigration. The Trump administration blamed the attack on the Biden-era policies, and some Republican politicians called to deport all Islamists. First of all, I kind of disagree with the deport all Islamists because, for one, that would be against free speech, and 2, it's like this guy was a part of our CIA from Afghan, and the reason he was here was because of Trump and the CIA. So I don't know why you're trying to shoot the blame.
Wait. This gets better than that. See, from what I can find out, Trump had said that this guy actually worked for a CIA black site.
That's from our government, right?
Yep, he worked with a unit called Unit 03, also known as the Kandahar Strike Force, an elite CIA-backed counterterrorism to Zero unit.
So here's
Zero
my
unit.
So here's my argument, right? Because they said they should deport all Islamists. If this was someone that worked in our own government, why are we going to punish all the Islamists for something our own government did? Like, come
Oh no,
on.
wait! It gets even better than that. See, not
All
only
right.
was he with the Zero units, which were known for their brutality and death squads, basically you can equate the Zero units to the Einsatzgruppen of the freaking Nazis. I shit you not. They have been equated to that because they would just do nighttime raids, break down your freaking door, and shoot you. They would just do it based on suspicion too. They didn't have evidence that you were Taliban.
Do
They
you
just
also
suspected
think-
you were Taliban.
Do you also think 500 is 500 National Guard troops really enough to secure the Capitol? I feel like there should be more. There should be at least 1,000 more.
Well, no, because here's the problem. First off, in DC, you can't just own a gun. It's not like out west, like where I'm at. And 2,
Yeah, but
besides
it's the
that, it's not.
Capitol. You need to.
It's not just
over-securitize the
500.
Capitol.
Yeah, it's not just 500. It's 500 West Virginia National Guardsmen. There's more than that. It's West Virginia, if I remember correctly, Louisiana, Texas, and I think Mississippi. I might be wrong. Don't quote me on that.
So before the shooting of the deployment of National Guard troops, including the. Oh, yeah, by the way, you can see the argument in the article on the screen, right?
Yeah, and not only that. So he worked with the CIA black sites, and then was I think he was discharged because it said he, quote, suffered from mental health issues and was disturbed by casualties his unit had caused. But now this is the thing. So I'm going to read to you the situation here. Shooting occurred on Thanksgiving near Farragut West Metro Station, 2 blocks northwest of the White House. The suspect approached the guardsman firing at one who was several feet away before firing at the other who tried to get behind a bus stop shelter for cover. One of the soldiers then engaged the shooter with gunfire and allegedly heard the shooter yell Allahu Akbar. Law enforcement officers described it as ambush style and said 10 to 15 shots were fired. He used a .357 Magnum Smith & Wesson revolver, and shooting the guardswoman picked up her firearm to shoot the guardsman. Both guardsmen were shot in the head. West Virginia Governor Patrick Morsley initially announced that the two members had been killed in the shooting. Soon afterwards, he backtracked, saying reports about their condition was conflicting. The male suspect was taken into custody and was reported to be seriously injured, though not life-threatening, after being stabbed by a pocket knife by a guardsman, and also shot 4 times.
He needs to have the death penalty.
Right,
They
right.
should not let him live. Like, they should just put
Yeah.
him down, give him the death penalty.
Yeah,
Like,
24-year-old Andrew Wolf of Martinsburg, West Virginia, and 20-year-old Sarah Beckstrom of Summersville, West Virginia, according to a statement from U.S. Attorney General Janine
Man, they were young.
Yeah, well, yeah. And U.S. Attorney General Pam Bondi reported that both soldiers had come through surgery.
Yep.
Beckstrom died from her injuries the next day. After the death of Sarah Beckstrom, her body was escorted by a motorcade from the MedStar Washington Hospital. Beckstrom had enlisted with the National Guard in June 2023 and had been deployed to D.C. in August 2025. Wolf had enlisted in 2019 before he graduated from high school.
From Moslin High School.
Now, the guy who shot them, Ramanullah Lakawal, is 29-year-old Afghan national Pashtun background from Khost province. He did not cooperate with investigators, and he entered into the United States September 8th, 2021 under Operation Allies Welcome, a humanitarian parole program allowing vulnerable Afghans to enter and stay for 2 years without permanent immigration status. He applied for asylum in 2024, which was granted in April of this year.
Just why you
Now,
can't let
as
these
of-
people just come in free and have government official spots without living in the country for a certain period of time, because stuff like this happens.
Yeah, now here's the funny part. So, Whatcom Valley Sheriff's office, Whatcom County Sheriff's Office, which is in Canada, in Washington D.C., bordered by British Columbia, and or Washington State, bordered by BC, and Bellingham Police Department, which is in Bellingham, Washington, executed short warrants at Walton Place Apartments in Bellingham, where this guy lived, and seized several electronic devices, including cell phones, laptops, and iPads. They also executed a search warrant in San Diego, where Lochinwall also had ties to the city itself. December 2nd, Lochinwall appeared in front of a judge and pled not guilty to the charge of first-degree murder, assault with intent to kill, and illegal possession of firearm. He remotely connected from a hospital bed with an interpreter. Lochinwall said he was in pain and could not open his eyes. Oh yeah, you just got stabbed. Of course you can't open your eyes.
Yeah.
I mean,
Sure.
yeah, if you got your eye sliced like it's freaking Peaky Blinders, yeah, you won't be able to see.
And also, you shouldn't be able to see because you're a fucking retard for that. Like, literally, like, what? Like, why are you just gonna go shoot 2 innocent National Guardsmen because you're mad at the government? Like, come on.
Well, no, actually, the funnier part is that some people are claiming this is an inside job and this is supposed to be like our version
know.
of
Do you-
the
I don't
the
know.
Red
I don't know
Stack
if
fire.
I don't know if I believe that though. I've seen a few people. In fact, Nick Fuentes said that it could be an inside job, which it's possible because CIA is known to do shit like this. But I don't really know.
Yeah.
Like, but I just don't know, like, if it is or not, because it really depends on how they handle the suspect. You know what I mean? If we don't receive any updates regarding this case at all, like after this, then it's definitely was an inside job. Because they'll just hush it up. You know what I mean?
Oh wow, I like this. He's actually calling for the deportation of any American who goes that hates, steal, murder, and destroy anything that America stands for. You won't be here for long. So essentially, I guess Trump actually wants to go and try to found like an American version of Australia, where he just deports you for going and doing illegal shit.
I mean, that's the
That would be
thing.
funny.
But I mean, honestly, it's like I support like deporting the criminals and shit. But if it's over like dumb opinions, like someone saying, "Oh, I hate the environment or America," because yeah, that's the thing too. It's like these things are good, but these things can easily be misused. It's like we want to target the criminals, but is Trump going to use it to target all the criminals, or is he going to use it to target people that speak out against them? That's also why we gotta really be careful on how we handle these type of situations.
I have a big question here. Both of these guardsmen had AR-15s on them. Why didn't you use your AR-15s? Why did you just use a pocket knife? I don't understand any of this. This makes no sense.
It really does not make sense because, like, if you had an AR, like, why not just use your AR-15 and shoot him right then and there?
I would love to do this, but I don't know if I can do this for the stream. I was going to show you what a 357 Magnum is because, believe it or not, my friend here does own a 357 Magnum, and I could give you a comparison of what the hell these people were shot with. I could also show you the equivalent of the AR-15 as well, since he actually has that.
I think YouTube is prohibited against guns, unfortunately.
Okay, because I would have given you guys a comparison of what the hell he did. Because the 357 Magnum, do I have a... Hold on, I actually do have a dummy bullet of this. This is not a real bullet, by the way. This is actually plastic. This is a 357 Magnum. That is about the size of... Let me give you a comparison of what this is the size of. This is a standard Sharpie pen, right? This is the 357 Magnum dummy. You see how tiny it is?
Yeah, I do.
Now, an AR round, let's see if I think I have an AR round here. Yep, here we go. So this is an AR-15 round. If I remember correctly, this is a 7.52. So this is a 7.52 round. You see how big it is compared to the 357 Magnum?
Mm-hmm.
And these rounds are armor-piercing rounds. The military uses 5.56. I do believe they're only slightly smaller, bigger. I can't remember. Because I never really compared to that. I'm not really a gun nut, even though I was in the service. But, you know, that's why I'm confused. This is not armor-piercing. Why didn't they open fire first? I know we have rules of engagement for combat where you're supposed to let the enemy fire at you first and then fire back at the enemy. But from the report, it doesn't sound like they fired back until after he had emptied the clip, or in this case, the cylinder of the 357 Magnum. So I don't quite understand that, especially since if you get hit with one of these rounds, by the way, which I don't think they shot him with this. I think they shot him with sidearm, because you get shot with this, you're dead.
Yeah, you're gone.
This is an armor-piercing round. This is a full metal jacket. You would die. I don't understand. None of this makes any sense with this case, and I'm not going to question it any further because I don't need to be gang-stalked or anything like that. But seriously, why didn't they use their...
That's the thing. I'm gonna actually start a poll and see. And that's the thing. I may get gang stalked for this poll, but I don't really care. I'm gonna ask the chat if they believe it's an inside job, because honestly, it does seem a little weird.
Yeah, and then what's even weirder is she dropped her firearm. She dropped her firearm. It says in the report she dropped her firearm. You got a big ass AR-15, which is bigger than me. How the fuck are you dropping this? Oh, he also had a 6 Sauer M17-18, which was the sidearm. That was the sidearm they shot him with. They shot him with a 9mm. He was shooting at them with a 357 mag. What is wrong with these people? Why would you drop your sidearm? Why would you let him pick up your freaking rifle? Why didn't you use your rifle? I don't understand.
I don't understand either.
Apparently, if any of these pictures...
I don't it should have been really easy for them to defend themselves, because the rifles could just shoot. It seems like you shoot the person, boom, he should be dead. In fact, how did a suspect get stabbed his eyes get stabbed and shot 4 times, but still survived?
Because these motherfuckers, because this is the thing, they were using a pocket knife, so I guess they slit his eyes or something. And as for shooting him, they just shot him with a 9mm, which, I mean, a 9mm will do damage to you, but depending on where you get hit, it's not going to do much of anything.
Yeah, it's really.
Do I have a 9mm? Hold on. Let me see. Do I have a 9mm so I can compare that? Let me see. I think we might have a round here. No, I don't have a round of a 9mm to show you. But oh no, wait. Hold on. Spoke too soon.
Oh,
Okay. So this is a 9mm.
It disconnected on my camera, but that's fine. You don't need to see my
Shit.
notifications. I'm still here though. Don't worry.
Well, anyway, this is a 9mm. Now let me compare this. Is there a way for me to turn my camera around so this way I can show you guys?
I really don't know.
Camera facing front. Okay, here we go. Camera facing back. Here we go.
There we
Okay,
go.
so these are the rounds here. So this is a Full Metal Jacket right here.
Yep.
And then you have the 357 Magnum, the red one right there. And then of course you have the 9mm, which is this little tiny thing here. As you can see, that's very tiny, and this little tiny thing isn't really going to do much damage to you. That little metal part here, that tip, is actually the bullet, and the rest of this is just the cartridge, which holds the primer, what fires it. Same thing here, the little metal tip you see here, that's what's hitting you, not the whole thing.
Right.
But that's why I wanted to show you guys, to give you a comparison, because it's really stupid that the guardsman just turned to using a 9. I just don't get it. None of this makes any sense. I think this is an inside job. Case closed.
Yep, case closed, and that's the thing. So far, which that's the thing of people that haven't voted yet. Please vote. But for the ones that have voted, and well, hold on, I gotta look. The YouTube chat itself. 67% says yes, it is an inside job. 33% says no, it's not an inside job.
Good. So at least we have people with some common sense, because none of this makes any sense whatsoever. And it's not odd that we wouldn't do an inside job with our guardsmen. We've done it before in the past.
Mm-hmm. In fact, in my opinion, I think the Charlie Kirk thing was an inside job too. I don't think Tyler Robinson did that one either.
I'm kind of iffy on that. I personally believe that was an inside job. I believe that was actually, that it was him, in that he did that.
The only reason I'm questioning it, which I know it's off topic, but the only reason I'm questioning that is because they apparently don't have footage of him turning himself into the police, and they have not released that yet. And it's like, why not release the footage of him turning himself into the police? They've done it for
probably because they probably beat the shit out of him first, and now they're going to get sued if they show the footage. Personally, I wouldn't mind if they beat the shit out of him. You know, in my opinion,
I don't care, but it's just like there's people like questioning it, and there's people like Candace Owens that are like asking for the footage because, you know, like there's apparently a lot of behind the scenes stuff going on. Apparently, too, she was texting Candace the day of saying he was going to leave the pro-Israel cause, and then all of a sudden this happens. Like, I'm not saying it's 100% Israel. I'm just saying it looks sketchy. Like a lot of this shit looks sketchy.
I thought Candace Owens was the lady from the Olympics who did like gymnastics.
Nah, this Candace Owens is I think she was, but this one's a podcaster.
No, I think the whole reason why I thought that is because she has the same facial look and everything of the lady from the Olympics. So I thought, but she's not the same age, of course. She's born in '89. Yeah. The woman from the Olympics was born in the '90s. I think that girl's like my age.
Yeah. Is there a conclusion on this topic? So we're concluding that this was an inside job. It seems like chat.
Yep, this is an inside job, and we're gonna leave it at that. And we're probably gonna get gang stuff for next week and a half.
Huh. See, we're just telling the truth. Raven Cats is a podcast of truth. If you can't handle the truth, then you should suck my balls. Anyways, we got one more topic. In fact, we may have another topic too. But let's cover Donald Trump sleeping on the job. I'm gonna try to like a YouTube video, something of this.
Less of a YouTube video and more like Have you seen? I don't know if many people have been paying attention to like him falling asleep at meetings. It seems like every other day, if I log on to Reddit,
Oh,
there's a
I found
picture
it. I
of him
found
falling.
one. I found one. I found one. I found it. Hold on. Let's pull this shit up. And by the way, before I pull it up, I'm gonna do a poll. I'm gonna end this other poll and do this one. Quit. So I want chat's opinion. And the poll is gonna be: is Donald Trump Sleepy Joe?
They're both old as fuck. That's why they're falling asleep, man. They're too old for this shit.
I know they
They
should
really
like
need to lower the age for the presidency to being like 21 and for people 21.
they should
and
have
over.
they should have like an age limit like for the older ones. Like you shouldn't be more than like 70 or 80 to run. Like, come on.
But yeah, man, it's like fucking ridiculous. He's falling asleep at every meeting. If I remember correctly, he passed out while at like was it a Greenpeace thing or some shit with Greta Thunberg?
I was about to end this poll, but the inside job thing is at 75% now. 5 votes.
Yeah.
1. Ending that. And then now I'm going to start this one before we pull up the video. Is Trump Sleepy Joe? All right, so there's the options. Is Trump Sleepy Joe? Yes. Oh, someone already voted no. We got some MAGA supporters in here. Fuck MAGA, motherfuckers. All right, let's play this clip and make fun of him. It seems like we got some MAGA heads watching. Share. And this is during a cabinet meeting too.
Sorry to interrupt, but this is important.
No,
The
it's
shooter
not.
who murdered my sweet little Daniel.
American and
All right. I think it was saying something serious too. Kind of feel guilty. All right, let's go over this clip and then I'll ask for y'all reactions.
which American and American workers and American farmers have been ripped off. They've been ripped off, and what he's saying is we want to have trade with the world, but it has to be a trade in which American businesses and American workers and the products they make and what American farmers grow and produce has a fair shot to be sold around the world. On issue after issue, that's been the case. You talk about foreign aid reforms. This is not our money. This is taxpayer money. When the president has said we're going to do foreign aid, but we're going to do foreign aid for countries that are aligned with the United States and in a way that doesn't waste the taxpayer.
Bro's literally can't even keep his eyes open. He opens his eyes back and it just closes it again. This is the Make America Great Again, folks. This is the guy.
Listen, leave him alone. He's getting faded off some Xannies, bro.
Definitely something because he can't even stay awake during important cabinet meetings. Like, I get being president is stressful and all that, but it's like, come on. Like, really? Like, really? So, like, I just don't understand how this makes him a serious president. Like, how is our country fallen where our presidents can't even wake up, stay awake during their meetings? Trump puts more effort in sweeping for the Epstein files, but he can't even stay awake during his own meeting. That is really sad. What's your thoughts on this, Gabe?
Well, my thoughts are on it is basically we need freaking term limits, and we also need to give an age restriction to being a politician. Once you hit a certain age, you just can't be in office anymore.
Yeah,
I don't care if it's ageism, bro. I mean, we have too many people falling asleep, too many politicians getting Alzheimer's. Look at Nancy Pelosi. Nancy Pelosi had freaking Parkinson's. That's how old she is. They couldn't even, and she didn't retire until she was so bad she couldn't even stand up without shaking. That's just ridiculous. You had her. You still have Mitch McConnell, who's in office, who apparently must have Alzheimer's because he can't remember shit. You have Sherrod Brown, who's from Ohio, where I'm at the moment. And Sherrod Brown, I mean, I remember I watched C-SPAN one day, and he's going and he's rambling about something. But in the end, nobody knew what the heck he was talking about. And he just rambled on and on about random shit.
Mm-hmm. Just rambling on and on. And that's the thing. What do you think the age limit should be? Do you think it's like, I think it should be like 70, 75, 80 max.
No, I think the age limit should be like retirement age, like 67.
67. I think, well, probably like 2 years young, probably like 65.
I mean, look at how old Ruth Bader Ginsburg was in the Supreme Court, dude. We've had this issue since the 20s. In the 20s, they had a Supreme Court that they were calling the old men because every one of them was in their 80s and 90s.
It's like what they should be retired by then. Like they should be out the door by
hold
then.
on. Let me see if I can find out the Supreme Court of the United States here. I'm gonna find out that court because I can't remember what number that was in membership. Justices of the Supreme Court. Let's go back to the 20s. Hold on, I'm gonna get right to it. I think this might have been an Eric Douglas White. This man served from 1910 to 1921. He was 75 when he died.
Damn.
I'm trying.
Did he die? Did he die in office too?
Yes, he did. Every single one back then, mostly. He died in office. Joseph Rucker Lamar served from 1911 to 1916, died in office. A lot of them died in office. A lot of them didn't retire. They just died. It's so friggin' bad, man. Pierce Butler, born 1866, died in 1939, age 73.
Damn, that's fucking crazy.
Dude, and it's here's the worst part. It gives you like their ages. So like of course, if you're retired, they call it acclimation. So give you an example. This guy. Oh no! Sorry, that's how they got confirmed. Oh God, I'm looking at these. I'm trying to find that Supreme Court. The longest serving court judge was 36 years, 209 days. Clarence Thomas has 34 years. Ketanji Brown has 3 years. Ugh. The average length of service is increased to about 26 years. Yeah. Let me try to find out. Supreme. Fuck. Let me type it. Supreme Court session nicknamed old men. 9 old men, 1930s. Yeah, I was right. They were called the Four Horsemen. And that was Justice Pierce Butler, James Clark McReynolds, George Sutherland, and Willis Van Deventer. They were opposed by the 3 liberal judges called Louis Brandeis, Benjamin Cardoso, and Harlan Stone. And Charles Evan Hughes and Owen J. Roberts. Butler, I already named. He died at 73 in office. McReynolds served until 1946, 84 years old.
Yeah, that shouldn't be happening. Like, I don't know. Like, they should be retiring. Like, because that's the thing. You know how it says like 35 is the limit of being president.
Yeah, dude. Here's something even better. George A. Sutherland served until 80 years old in 1942. He was born in 1862. Willis Van Deventer, he served until 81. He retired in 37, but he died at 81 in 41. Justice Louis Brandeis died at the age of 84. He retired 2 years before he died. Benjamin Cardoso, he served until 1938. He died in office at 68 years old. And if you look at his picture, he looks very sickly. He looks like he has cancer. Harlan Stone served until 1946. He died in office. And how old was he again? 73.
All right, so just to wrap up this topic, because I think we may cover one more after this, so it's up to you. But what's your final thoughts on Donald Trump falling asleep? Like, you think there should definitely be like an age?
Oh, dude, they need to get rid of him. But at the same time, I'm kind of scared of JD Vance to getting into office, man.
Me too. I'm not gonna lie. I do not like JD Vance. I feel like Trump should just get through this term, and then we should vote Thomas Massie in and not vote in JD Vance. Like JD Vance is definitely gonna screw everyone over.
Just vote in Rand Paul already, man. Like this man
I think
deserves to be in office.
Thomas Massie, in my opinion, deserves to be in office just because Thomas Massie's like trying to get everything released and trying to put the people first. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I mean, does he have much experience?
Yeah, he's a congressman. He's been in Congress for several years. He knows what he's doing.
Thomas Massie, you said? I'm assuming
Yeah, he's
MS.
from Kentucky. He's from Kentucky. He's currently the congressman of Kentucky right now. And he's running for re-Congress for 2026 so he can
Oh shit, he's in this area. Hold on. I didn't know he was actually up here in Ohio. Yeah, he's in the Cincinnati counties.
In fact, Dan was the one that told me about him because Dan said that Thomas Massie's the only candidate that is America First. And I've looked into him and I'm like, you know what? He is the only one that's really America First. And that's the thing. They've been attacking him hard. Trump's been attacking him. MAGA's been attacking him. They all been attacking Thomas Massie really hard and trying to slander him and ruin his career just so people don't vote for him. But that's the thing. He's actually getting shit done, though, because he's the reason why the Epstein... Because I say Trump's trying to take credit for it, but Trump literally tried hiding it. Trump said it didn't exist and all that anyone that believed in the Epstein files were a bunch of traitors and that he doesn't want to vote anymore. So, and Thomas Massie was the one that got the bill passed into the Senate. But yet Trump's trying to take credit, even though it was Thomas Massie that is trying to get the files released, and Trump tried sweeping for Epstein multiple times.
Oh, actually, look at this. He actually tried to abolish the Federal Reserve Bank and go back to the gold standard.
And I don't see a problem with that. I really don't.
Oh, not even just that. He also was against Roe versus Wade because, of course, if you don't know the story about Roe versus Wade, it was basically this woman lied about who she was and sued the Supreme Court for because she was trying to get an abortion without telling her husband, right? And it's so stupid, but essentially, like the Roe versus Wade thing was her like suing her husband, but under a fake identity. And there's so many things wrong with it. If it happened in today's Supreme Court, it would be thrown out of court because you're using a fake identity, you're lying about your case. It's so stupid. That's why they actually got rid of it recently, was because the whole point of that case, it's just a laughingstock of a case. But yeah, actually, I do like his stuff. I mean, he also said that people on medical marijuana.
Roe v. Wade is gay. She got away with murdering her husband's baby. Muffin says.
Yes, as a matter of fact, yes. Honestly, I agree with that. Because she lied the whole damn thing. It would have been fine if she had said, hey, listen, I want to abort, blah, 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 blah. She legally could have aborted back then. But she rather lie and get an abortion without one, telling her husband, and two, without any problems. She had no health problems. She had nothing. And it wasn't like she couldn't afford a kid.
All right.
Her whole case was stupid, man. But yeah, Thomas Massie also believes medical cannabis patients should be able to legally purchase firearms.
In fact, you know what? You want to do a segment on Thomas Massie tomorrow's show?
Okay, I would have done it right now. Fuck it.
You know what? We could do it right now.
Okay, so let's talk about Thomas Massie here. Besides him also believing that medical cannabis patients should be able to purchase firearms, he also supported repealing the Affordable Care Act because he believed that it didn't cover enough. He opposed compulsory vaccination, saying that it should be your choice if you should get a vaccine, as long as it's like one of those other vaccines that has risk. You know, obviously the ones like the smallpox vaccine aren't really dangerous. He voted against making lynching a federal hate crime. Wait, what? Wait, what?
Wait, what was that?
He voted against making lynching a federal hate crime, i.e., grabbing somebody out of jail and hanging them from the nearest street lamp.
He voted that to be a hate crime?
He voted against it.
I mean, honestly, it's because I feel like he's probably one of those that don't believe you should pay for these people to be like luxury in prison. Like they should actually get harsh punishment. And
Yeah,
also,
but there's a reason why we outlawed lynching, though, because when people were
Yeah.
being lynched, there were innocent people just being yanked out of jail and hung from the nearest lamppost with no evidence whatsoever.
yeah, honestly, which obviously it's like I disagree with that personally. But if we did bring back lynching, they definitely like it needs to be in paper, 100,000%, like life of prison, basically. It doesn't need to be like anyone that got arrested. You know what I mean?
Okay, listen to this. I found something else that's interesting. He introduced the Justice Safety Valve Act to provide judges with greater sentencing flexibility. So let me give you an example. Let's say you have a guy who committed murder in Florida, right? He is up for the death penalty because he committed first-degree murder with aggravating circumstances. But in Florida, you have to have a unanimous decision on the death penalty. Otherwise, a person gets life imprisonment without the possibility of parole. Now, that seems unfair, doesn't it? So, this man believes that instead of making it where everything should be unanimous, you should pass a law that basically makes it so that would be the minimum for the aggravating circumstances and that there would be no way for them to get out of the death penalty. As a result, nonviolent offenders are sometimes given excessive sentences based on the mandated minimums because they want to actually go and teach them. Furthermore, public safety can be compromised because violent offenders are released from our nation's overcrowded prisons to make room for nonviolent offenders. So as a result, he doesn't believe in giving you like a maximum sentence for a misdemeanor.
Yeah, and we need people like that because why are you gonna get a maximum sentence for some fucking misdemeanor bullshit? That's fucking retarded and dumb.
He also believes in eliminating certain gun control measures. Gun-free zones are ineffective and make our schools less safe. That's true here because in certain stores you can't bring a gun in. He added banks, churches, sports stadiums, and many of my colleagues in Congress are protected with firearms, yet children inside the classroom are too frequently left vulnerable. He also wanted to get rid of Biden's plans to regulate privately made firearms by reclassifying gun kits as firearms under the Gun Control Act and requiring manufacturers to be licensed and inscribe serial numbers on gun kits. Unfortunately, our Supreme Court ruled in March of this year in a 7-2 opinion authored by Justice Gorsuch, ruling in favor of Biden administration's reclassification, thereby making it so you can't get a gun kit. He's also called for Edward Snowden to be pardoned and for the Director of National Intelligence, James Clapper, to be prosecuted for lying to Congress while under oath about phone mandate program that Snowden exposed. He wants to repeal the Patriot Act and the Visa Amendments Act, basically making it so that the government can't record what we're doing right now and put us in court over this shit. Good Lord, this guy actually sounds great. And the fact that he's actually from my area, man. I mean, there's some things I disagree with, like him and raw milk. Like, I hate to tell you, but you can't drink raw milk. You will get sick and die.
Yeah.
That's why people end up getting worms over that shit. I don't know why he's for that. He also voted against us being involved with the Uyghur genocide in China, claiming that it's not our job to intervene in other nations' internal affairs.
I mean, it really isn't.
And he also voted against a measure condemning the Myanmar coup. Because once again, why should we get involved in this shit? I mean, why are we flying out to the middle of buttfuck nowhere to go and fight the Myanmar government over, them committing a coup? Who cares? Disaster relief. He is among a handful of people who consistently vote to block disaster relief. However, when Kentucky has been hit by natural disaster, he has supported disaster relief. Probably because Kentucky really doesn't have much of any state funds to actually help out there.
I think I think the reason he is for that is he's like that is because these like Florida, California, they already have state funds that can cover that. You know what I mean? Kentucky really doesn't have that.
Yeah. Also, he sponsored a Fairness for High Skilled Immigrants Act, thereby bringing immigrants who are highly skilled, like me, for example. I'm a butcher. If Australia had that, I would actually easily be able to go to Australia and get a skilled visa. He actually was voted for that. He voted against the Consolidation Appropriation Act, which effectively prohibits ICE from cooperating with Health and Human Services to detain or remove illegal immigrants. He voted against another act which authorized the Department of Homeland Security to nearly double the available H-2B visas for the remainder of the fiscal year 2020. He also said Kyle Rittenhouse showed incredible restraint, considering he didn't empty an entire magazine into the crowd that attacked him. Massey has called himself a libertarian. See, this is why I like him. Him and Rand Paul are the only two people I like because they claim they are libertarian and they actually follow that principle, unlike Gary Johnson.
So
He
far,
voted
we
against-
have three votes, and people our chat's wanting Thomas Massey to run for president.
Yeah. He voted against a resolution to give the Congressional Gold Medal to police officers who defend the U.S. Capitol. I would say that too, because they didn't really do much of defending. He was one of 14 House Republicans to vote against legislation to establish June 19th or Juneteenth as a federal holiday. He said he fully supported creating a day to celebrate the abolition of slavery, but opposed its being named Independence Day, which is what they were trying to do. They were trying to call Juneteenth National Independence Day.
No, National Independence Day is July 4th. The fuck?
Here's the other thing I have a problem with. They say Juneteenth, but the reason why that Juneteenth was celebrated was because that was the day in Texas that they eliminated slavery. My problem with this is if you're going to go ahead and have a holiday for it, make it the day that you actually passed the freaking, the Emancipation Proclamation.
Also, another thing too, try to look this up and find which I think I've seen a few clips. What is Thomas Massey's policy with our relationship with Israel? Like, did he vote for foreign aid for it or for Israel or nah? Hello? Did I lose you? Oh, I lost him. Whoops. You know what? I'm going to look that up real quick, though, chat, while we wait on Gabe to come back. Does Thomas Massey vote for foreign aid to Israel? I already know the answer, but I just want to bring it up for y'all. No, he does not. He has publicly stated that the United States should stop all military aid to Israel, citing concerns over civilian casualties in Gaza. Okay, yeah. So, yeah, Thomas is definitely America first, and an American first candidate, for sure. Welcome back, Gabe. You all right? You have a technical difficulty?
Sorry about that. I hit the friggin' end call button while trying to go and move away a message I had gotten. It's okay. He did vote against supporting Israel.
Yes, I researched that and I saw that. And honestly, that means he is America. See, even chat's agreeing. Thomas is America first, and that's why I'm gonna vote for him 2028. I'm definitely.
Oh, he also supported the Tea Party when it existed.
What's the Tea Party?
The Tea Party were ANCAPs, anarcho-capitalist. Essentially, if you don't know what an ANCAP is, an ANCAP believes in going in and supporting anarchism because it would help them in big business. Let's say you got rid of a bunch of federal laws and shit. Now you don't have to worry about being sued if you dump raw sewage into the river. That's what an ANCAP is. Yeah, he's a libertarian along with Rand Paul. As a matter of fact, I believe he supported Rand Paul. And he was born in West Virginia. I can't believe he's actually part of the 4th District. So he's in Louisville, Cincinnati. Literally Cincinnati. He's in Cincinnati. Wow.
Well, he's apparently in Kentucky right now, but yeah, I think he was from Cincinnati at one point.
No. The district is part of Cincinnati.
Oh.
It says Kentucky's 4th District, but they just did this redistricting today, and that's why it's showing that. So they redistricted and made it so that the Republican-held areas are part of this district, including parts of Cincinnati, even though it's supposed to be for Kentucky. For the entire district,
I don't know. Thomas Massey does seem all right, but is he going to fix our economy? I mean, seems like his policies are for that.
Well, he fixed the economy in his district, and I went there earlier this year before I came out this month. As a matter of fact, he's been in this district since 2012. So this district has actually improved since 2012. The previous guy who held the position couldn't get this district running. But he managed to fix the district up.
Will he fix it for the whole country, even for us Californians?
And if you look at this, I'm looking at this right now. 305,000 voters are Republican there, 207,000 are Democrat, 35,000 are Independent, 3,000 are Libertarian, 400 are Green, 200 are Constitution, 122 are Socialists, 37 are Reform, and 40,000 are quoted as others.
Damn.
Making a total of 592,000 voters for the entire district and at a 100% markup.
But that's the thing. Do you think, because that's the thing, JD Vance is just hella popular for some reason. Everyone in the mama likes JD Vance. Do you think Thomas Massey has a chance to win against JD Vance in the primaries?
Where's JD Vance from again? Oh, wait, Ohio. That's right. Hold on. Let me see. Congressional district. Gotta find out Ohio's congressional district. What was JD Vance part of? JD Vance, what district was he part of? He was a senator. Cool. Would you mind telling me what district he was part of? It's not going to tell me what district he was part of. I don't quite understand where he was.
I think he was like around like Cincinnati or like around that area.
No, he's actually north of here.
Oh, north. Probably
Yeah,
a little more
north.
north then.
I don't know where the fuck is it. I'm trying to find his. Oh, here we go. Okay, so he was elected to the Senate.
Isn't he from Dayton? I don't think so, Muffin. Yeah?
No. He is from, what the fuck was this town that he was born in? I can't fucking remember now. Why doesn't it show me his district? Oh, it'll show everybody else, but it doesn't show his district. What the fuck?
All right, I'm back. Sorry, I had to shut the garage.
Okay, so he was born and raised in Middletown, Ohio.
Middletown. Okay,
Middletown.
yeah, Middletown. Yeah, I think Robbie was talking about that about JD.
Yeah, it's technically part of this area. It's 29 miles northeast of here and 20 miles southwest of Dayton. So it's pretty far. And when he was growing up, he would hang out in Jackson, Kentucky.
Oh, apparently JD Vance has given some takes on Thomas Massey. You want to watch him?
Fuck him. Fuck JD Vance. I don't care what his opinion is.
I know, but we can make fun of him for content. We can make fun of him.
Oh, Vance has written that his mother struggled with heroin addiction.
And this is the person they want to put in office, but I want to.
So that makes no difference.
Clip,
Both of my parents struggle with heroin addiction.
This clip's only like 2 minutes, but are you sure you don't want to react to him? Talk about.
I'm sure. Also, funny enough, Vivek Ramaswamy actually grew up with him, and they both went to Yale Law School together. Try to figure that one out. This guy went to Ohio University and Yale.
Apparently, there's a video that says why Rep. Thomas Massie prefers living off the grid.
Oh fuck! He married an Indian woman. He's married to an Indian woman.
Who, Vance?
Yeah, his wife's name is Usha Bala Vance or Usha Chilukuri. What the fuck? What? Yeah, he moved to Ohio from Kentucky. He was part of the 118th United States Congress. Oh my God, he worked with Sherrod Brown to prevent derailments like the one in East Pal. Oh my God, no. No, Sherrod Brown was the one I was telling you about who ranted for hours on end.
All right, well, I think I'm probably going to go ahead and end the stream. But before we do, final conclusion on Thomas Massie. You think he should run for president? If so, do you think he'll be a good president? And I'll give my
most
take on that as
definitely.
well.
I believe that. Yeah, I believe
I
he'll
believe
do it
that
better.
too, because he's about the main thing I like about him. He's about transparency, and he's about giving the American people the truth, and he's also about helping the American people, and he's about putting this country first, and he's also about making sure that we as a people survive instead of just giving all of our funding and weapons to Israel. And I feel like he'd be a great president. But anyways, guys, it's been me and Gabe. We will be back tomorrow for more great topics. In fact, I'll probably find some Thomas Massie clips to react to as well for tomorrow, and as well as other things too. So stay tuned for tomorrow's show. Stay tuned for Sunday's show. And if you like this show, make sure you hit the like button. If you dislike the show, make sure you hit the like button anyways, because dislike button is gone. It's been me, your boy Triton, and it's been me, and it's been your boy Gabe. And we will be seeing y'all tomorrow. Peace.
Peace.